over that weakness. Never underestimate how kind of devastating it is to be massively melee going up against heroes like Sand King, like Lishrak. These heroes absolutely destroy melee-based heroes. I'm not going to mute them. I am not going to mute them, guys. Can't make me. But yeah, lane-wise, Ursa is really, really difficult to handle here. There are going to be a couple of forms of control that Ursa really doesn't enjoy going up against. X-Mark is a pain in the ass. Cask, as well as Maledict as kind of a defensive tool. Definitely really powerful up against the Ursa as well, since once you hit with the Maledict, it's kind of the same for every hero that typically tends to dive. Is we are going to dive you, and then you get hit with the Maledict, and you're like, oh shit, if I dive you, I have Maledict on, I might die. Never really a good situation to be in. So it's kind of functioning as a defensive tool. Let's say deterrent. I guess deterrents are still defensive, right? It's semantics at the end of the day. Who actually paused? What's going on here? We got orange as orange paused. And that's where the question is coming up. But yeah, draft-wise, I think Leviathan have a pretty good set of matchups. Team fight-wise, it is in their favor. It is going to come down to Baidu with kind of getting the advantage out of the lanes. They do have to make sure to get these rotations off. Use the Doom. Use the Kunkka as much as they can early on. Leviathan are going to be more than happy to take the fight to Baidu. Baidu have to be ready, getting those pickoffs beforehand, finding isolated heroes, and maybe snipe someone like a Warlock, prevent that Chaotic Offering from coming out. Get that going for you, and you have a pretty decent shot. Of course, we'll see how good the positioning is going to be from the Warlock. Again, it's going up against some massive melee heroes. X-Marks, if it is maxed out, 1,000 range, it's like, what, like that? Is that about? That's maybe about 1,000 range. Definitely a great form of catch, but other than that,
Your admiral is on board.
This game still is really loud. What the hell's going on, man? Let's just hit the desktop audio. Just hit everything. Boom, now you guys can't hear jack shit. This is fantastic. Alright, loading out into the lanes now. We got Nusham on the Sand King. Jenkins right next to him. Got Lokarn. He's thinking about joining that as well. I mean, it is going to be a Bloodseeker and an Ursa. Though melee, they do have some pretty serious matchups in their favor, so they won't really need all that much in the way of assistance. Maybe occasionally a rotate out with one of these heroes. Warlock dropping up towards top lane to give BSJ a little bit of poking support, but it's definitely in their favor to apply as much pressure as they can. I did something to my config files, by the way, guys, and now like we have a whole bunch of big icons and a whole bunch of small icons on the map, and I don't know what I did, and I don't know how to fix it, so I apologize. See, like why are the Dire all big, and now these guys on the bottom lane are really small? I have no idea. I haven't been able to find any sort of trend or pattern. It just happens. I definitely effed something up really, really badly. Alright, BSJ does see the lane that he's going up against. The Doom, at least. There's an Eldtine here as well, and though the Bloodseeker is usually going to have some pretty nice matchups up against melee heroes, that's a lot of beatdown on that top lane, with a decent amount of regen from the Doom as well. With just the Doom, the Bloodseeker should be fine. He'll still get the help from the Warlock. That poke damage up against the zero base armor of Doom can work absolute wonders. We'll see what Orange is actually going to end up doing, just giving a little bit of help perhaps for this mid lane. Kunkka, still with this Tidebringer, absolutely a laning powerhouse. But he does have to be careful. It's not really the level 1 where the Ursa is really dangerous. Like, yeah, he has the Fury Swipes. But he needs the attack speed, he needs some additional support if you actually are going to be an Ursa that is life-threatening. Because outside of that Fury Swipes, 45 base damage. He does have the Quelling Blade, so that's a little bit better for his own last hitting. But Ursa, at the very, very early stages, he's not really a significant threat. Now, when you're talking about an Ursa that is hitting that level 5 mark, then things get very, very different. But, of course, we're not there yet. BSJ, you gotta be careful, man. That damage increase is going to be a pain. It's being Orange coming in, laying the whooping on BSJ. One more smack. Cut right through this tree, and BSJ did not see that one coming. First blood by the orange Elder Titan. And that's something, again, you really have to be careful. Blood Rage is that double-edged sword. And, yeah, without that, probably would have been able to get back off, get the salve, and keep fighting for another day. Interesting to see this Doom full core roll Already he's picked up the Devour. We'll see how much Infernal Blade he actually wants to pick up here. Up against... The hell was that? Did you guys hear that? Thought I heard myself as an echo, but I don't have any audio sources playing, so I must be crazy. But yeah, Infernal Blade, definitely one of the more heavy damage output tools. They might want to pick up a little bit more Devour, although that's not really incredibly common. If you're going to be in a lane where you're going to be battling, like for sure it's going to be Scorched Earth and Infernal Blade. Already 1 point of Devour. Sometimes even debatably is 1 point more than you ordinarily would get. But of course, it's still a very young lane for him. He's actually taking a very long trip away, pulled the creep wave all the way down here. And yeah, it's going to force BSJ into a really awkward position in his own lane. Messing with that equilibrium, and they say off-laning is dead. At least, no, they don't say that. They say off-lane pulls are dead. Sammy Boy up against Orange. This is where Ursa starts to get a little bit dangerous because he has a secondary clap. Orange, pretty swift though, does have some laces. And over in bottom lane, stun to stun. Always going to be a powerful dual lane, but going into this Witch Doctor, just short of actually getting the kill. Now the turnaround. BTY finds Nusham in a corner here. Trying to keep on top of them. The Sand King fast enough to scuttle away. Does have a salve. And we'll be able to get back into pit fighting shape. Just a little bit short of another Burrow Strike. Jenkins has a pretty decent set of spells to cast as well, so I mean, they can't really pressure this Lifestealer significantly. There's 1 point in Caustic, and it's annoying for a Lifestealer, but it's not really going to be life-threatening. If you got hit with that, like, who cares? Two Caustics is how much? 90, 180? Oh, wow, that's definitely going to kill off this Lifestealer, who has currently 10 stick charges. See, why are these icons growing? And I don't understand what I did. Maybe I have to reinstall Dota. I'm definitely not doing that right now, but I messed something up. Oh, cancelled. I think that was probably a move from Orange where he meant to go right after, and okay, well, Sammy Boy just straight kills the Kunkka. Meant to charge in right after the stomp, and he issued a move command a little bit too soon. But yeah, we got Kunkka experiencing some bear difficulties, and then the BM tip from everybody. That's what I'm talking about. That's some Dota right there. This is quality viewing. Once you get that 2 points in Earth Shock, you actually have control between that and the Oof, the Orb of Venom, to land those Fury Swipes in. And again, 52 base damage is not that scary, but yeah, when you're sticking to the enemy that close, and Kunkka doesn't really have many great ways of defending himself. He can maybe X-Mark you, maybe Torrent you, but it's almost guaranteed that you are going to be winning those damage trades. You don't really spend a lot of mana. Ursa is 75, 45, really cheap costs on this, which is good because he's a bear. And are bears smart? I don't know how smart bears actually are. I think they're like moderately intelligent, but not like geniuses or anything. Okay, this icon size thing is really pissing me off. What is happening? Baidu King is looking to collect all the creep waves and then TP back. He's gonna take a lot of damage though, and he's went all the way back to the base. This wave and a half usually is gonna make the safe laner struggle a little bit. You have heroes like Spectre who will force the last one under the tower, and that's no fun. Bloodseeker really doesn't care one way or the other. He's got power treads, he's got Quelling Blade. He can last it like this, like no tower whatsoever, and he'll be absolutely fine in doing so. So I'm not really sure if that's gonna hurt BSJ as much as the Doom perhaps thinks it might. Is going to be a wave and a half going into his tower, or kind of close to his tower, so that is going to give him a lot of guaranteed experience. BSJ teleporting out? I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, if he was level 6, then go for it. He's just going to try to chase down this Lifestealer? Dude, that's not going to work. Is it going to work? Are they going to really dive? People are dying in the meantime, but I'm just so baffled by what is going on here. Why is BSJ down here? He's so close to level 6. And he just teleported down here without Rupture. Lays down a Blood Right, which is going to do about nothing. They are going to... How did that miss? That looked like it was dead on. That was a really bad TP from BSJ. Completely wastes it. Again, wait another 30 seconds in lane, get that level 6. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more of a timing where Baidu are going to be like, oh, okay, level 6 Bloodseeker, everyone be careful. But, I mean... level 5 Bloodseeker isn't really doing that much of anything either, so I'm not really sure what the point was. They do get that secondary kill. Nusham does end up killing Orange. Now perhaps a little bit another rumble as Orange and Nusham gonna go into round 2. Cass gonna be thrown out. Blood Right is right on the money. That's gonna hit pretty hard onto that ET, and now BSJ charging forward. Still not level 6. This time, however, everyone's weak enough. It doesn't even matter. Now he's level 6. He's going to swap and then cast the Rupture. Charging in towards the Lifestealer. Burrow Strike. Split Earth. Boom. It's going to be a cleanup on this bottom lane. Keep in mind, guys, got to get those Power Tread swaps. If you don't have quite enough mana, you are still maybe good to go, and this time it was. And that is the classic run-at-you style of an earlier game Bloodseeker. You get those heroes with burst, as I said before, your Lashraks, your Ursas, heroes that can really chunk a hero down, though may struggle to get the last hit, and then you just set up for the Bloodseeker to go nuts. Pretty easy setup there, and now that he is level 6, definitely a significant threat. Lokarn is in a bad spot, man. I don't envy his position. Does have 2 points in the Shadow Word, however, so durability-wise, Warlock is going to last for quite a long time. But, you know, it's there's no getting out of that. 1-2-1 build. Upheaval in this game is going to be absolutely crazy. So he probably is going to pick up a little bit more of that. And but we have like a Cask, a Stomp, these, I guess, ranged tools to interrupt. Not really super dependable. I mean, if you're an Elder Titan, you're not like, okay, I'm going to just 100% stomp a Warlock to prevent Upheaval. No, usually you have better things to do with that spell. Oh my god, we're going to have one of these games, aren't we? Absolutely fantastic. We got Sammy Boy doing okay in the mid lane. Did kill off that Kunkka once, but Kunkka with phase boots, now going for the drums. Interesting to see him actually go for the drum. Getting that movement speed certainly is nice. With the phase boots, I think in this game, it definitely is warranted. We have seen games where Kunkka, I think Armlet and Halberd are two of the, I don't know if they're like more common, but definitely up and coming. Burrow Strike through. If you get the Doom on the Ursa, I'm pretty sure he doesn't care. Well, Upheaval is going to give him quite a bit of cover, and Baidu King is still on top of him. And here comes the Witch Doctor from the north side. They do get the kill as BSJ is going to come in, but immediately gets hit with that Stomp. Nusham channeling out that Sandstorm, so he's a little hard kill right now. Baidu King is giving BSJ a lot of movement speed right now. Takes the kill. Lokarn will get hit pretty hard by that Kunkka, but Kunkka's going to get run down. You try to body block up against 600 movement speed. Are you crazy? BSJ with a triple kill, cleans house once again, chugs down the clarity, and now is looking for a little bit more because the Witch Doctor stuck around for a little bit too long trying to go for that Sand King. This Bloodseeker, 360, 350, not quite fast enough to continue the chase. It is going to be the lifesteal on top lane, continuing to push, continuing to pressure, but at the same time, Lashrak doing the exact same on this bottom lane more effectively. So there you go, Lashrak definitely getting the upper hand in that exchange. So very close, killing off that Warlock. BSJ making use of that maxed out Thirst and definitely finding his timing for arrival in that fight. Honestly, the Ursa died a lot easier than I thought he would. He does get hit with that Doom. The Upheaval is a little bit slow to channel. Now they're going to put a little bit more pressure onto the Ursa with the Torrent. There is no mana though on the Witch Doctor. Left really awkward. A Witch Doctor with no mana is usually pretty sad. Both comes in. It's really hard. Sammy Boy healed up. Shadow Word Upheaval. It's not going to do enough. And CG gets the kill. Lokarn still channeling though, keeping them in the blood right. No, not quite. But BSJ is now going to arrive. Once again, the Stomp is in position and it will land onto 3. BSJ still ticking down. He's going to need some life steal before he can continue this fight. They get the kill onto Sammy Boy. They walk out cleanly. Coordination so far from the Baidu side working out pretty well. Ursa is usually a pretty difficult hero to kill off when you have that much disable. Yeah, I mean, you can take all day doing it. And when you do have that much disable, you get like, what, 2-3 Tidebringers at least? I mean, that's 300 physical damage every single time. That's a good amount of the 1k health pool to Ursa. By the way, guys, I would be drinking a Monster right now because they're sponsoring the hub, but I don't own any Monster, so I'm just going to drink a Coke instead because they own Monster. So I'm going up the ladder for this one. Easy kills onto Sammy Boy. That's like the 3rd consecutive vote that they used onto the Ursa. He needs to think that this mid lane is a safe place to pick up his Blink Dagger. He is, in fact, very wrong. Team fight of Leviathan, as substantial as it is, just isn't prepared yet. There is an epicenter on the Sand King, but with no Blink Dagger, not really a huge threat. Lokarn does not have level 6, so this Warlock this is pretty much all he can do. This is the extent of Warlock's power. ESJ is going to bleed out CG. There is no Burrow Strike, though, just a little bit too early on the cast or a little bit too late on the TP, whichever one you prefer. ESJ is going straight Manta style. Open wounds, being able to get that extra movement speed. There is quite a bit of advantage to this. Interesting to see this item choice. I mean, a BKB first in the Bloodseeker is not something you really are eager to be doing. In this game, though, it does seem like it's going to get him quite a bit of value if he, when he does decide to pick it up. I'm sure it's coming eventually. Still on top of the net worth chart, but Sammy Boy is really struggling. And so is everyone else with lag. Holy crap. 1,000 towards that Blink Dagger. Even when he does get the Blink Dagger, I mean, getting onto and killing off these targets, a little bit difficult. I mean, it's so much more powerful, the hero, once you do pick up the Blink. But, like, you're still gonna do it. There's not really many easy heroes that jump in and immediately assassinate. I wonder if you can kill off an L time before he gets up a stomp. You probably could most of the time. Maybe some situations you can't. But he is going to be a little bit slow upcoming towards that. Same thing for the Sand King. About the same way towards the Blink Dagger. And in the meantime, these heroes, they just can't fight. They can't fight. What are the Baidu side going to do to punish? Well, they're just going to go ahead and start pushing over in mid. Jenkins has rotated in 2 points. 2-2-1. Okay, that's an interesting build. A little bit of everything for the Leshrac. We'll be able to defend, or at least pose some sort of defense here. Sammy Boy's actually going to come into this fight. Or into this area. Not quite a fight just yet. Ursa really should just be focusing on the Blink Dagger. That's what Nushim's doing. This guy's got the right idea. This Sand King just wants to farm topside. The Lifestealer is going to make that a little bit difficult, and Lifestealer we're going for that Radiance. Definitely think that is the build in this game. A little bit of race car action. Missed chance up against Bloodseeker and Ursa. Absolute all-stars. An absolute all-star. You definitely want that missed chance. As far as farm rate is concerned, that's the item. Uh-oh. BSJ. X marks a spot, and that spot happens to be your grave, most likely Death Ward. Look at it go. BSJ is going to put quite a bit of damage to the Witch Doctor. Did he healed... Yeah, he put the Blood Rage onto Witch Doctor, and then Witch Doctor killed him, so he got a lot of health back. That was really nice of BSJ as a dying wish there. Oh, X marks on a low Karn. You disrespect the X marks? This guy's got phase boots and drums. Like, you really have to give CG a huge berth. Otherwise, you just get beaten to hell.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The team fight of Leviathan still eventually is going to be very powerful, but as it stands right now, not really a super huge threat. They're just not at that stage yet. They need to get a little bit more golden. Oh, unfortunately, it's going to be Sammy Boy forced to farm into the jungle. Jungle is just so bad nowadays. Usually this is where Ursa is like really happy to go. It's like, oh, I'm going towards the jungle, guys. Level 1, peace out, see ya. I'll come back with the Blink Dagger.
Radiant's middle tower is
Keep in mind that every minute that passes where Sammy Boy does not have a Blink Dagger is a minute where Leviathan could be killing off Roche, but aren't. And that's what Ursa is kind of designed to do. He's designed to kill really big things, and Roche is the biggest thing to kill. If you're not killing him, this is more time that he's not going to be respawning. You want to be killing him as often as possible to get that advantage just kind of built in. And they're going to smoke up instead. 1,600 gold towards the Blink Dagger. Sand King is short, and now he's going to get X-Mark and both a lot committed here, but the Chaotic Offering and the Blood Right comes in to give him a little more cover. Split Earth in the low ground as well, but not that much damage actually being done. They're trying to focus down to the Doom. Nushim is going to be the even trade. Although Witch Doctor to get caught up in that as well. Now they're onto the life, so they're trying to TP out. Damage-wise, they don't have nearly enough. He'll TP out off to the south side. It's orange. He's caught by the Split Earth, but there's no more follow-up. Leviathan, they do lay Nushim out as bait. The Sand King succeeding in that. But at the same time, that's going to be a 1-for-2 trade. Still, I guess, technically a direct win for Leviathan. But that isn't a win they're really going to be super happy with, because that is going to be the Chaotic Offering now down. That's 2 minutes of downtime, where Baidu can really just do whatever the hell they want. Although the Lifestealer doesn't really want to be here. Blink forward from the Ursa, a couple more swipes. There you go. There's your Blink Dagger value. He's going to get doomed and netted, though. Nushim's going to give him some cover with the Burrow Strike. That should be Ursa to survive, especially if the Shrine is live, and it is. He's going to drink that one down, and he's going to be good to go. Ursa now starting to pick up a little bit of steam. Unfortunately for the Sand King, because he did die, his steam is pretty much gone. What do you have in this Kunkka? He's going to go Shadow Blade, Drums into Pipe for the Doom. Love that Pipe pickup. Not really sure about this abundance of drums, though. Nothing on these. Actually, no, we do have an urn on the Witch Doctor. I mean, it's cheap as hell to get. But it's something. 1k for the ET. Not really anything huge as of yet. Once he does get that Force Staff, an absolute all-star up against both the Leshrac and the Ursa. I wonder when Leviathan are going to start thinking about going for that Roche. Level 3 in the Shadow Word, sustain really shouldn't be that much of an issue. He doesn't have any direct lifesteal himself, which is like a little bit awkward if you're talking about going for Roche. He has the Blink Dagger. He can be a really efficient assassin, but only if he has the vision to know if he's going into more than one opponent. Like right now, he thought that Orange was alone, so he's like, yo, let's do it. Suddenly there's 4 heroes here, and he's really upset. He does have the resistance up from his ultimate, but Sammy Boy is going to get maledicted to hell, I think. Boom, no, not quite. He's still alive, but wow, that Gunblade had some serious range. And they're also losing Lokarn, chased down by the king himself. There's your drums, there's your Scorched Earth maxed out. There's an Obs here instead of a Sentry. Guaranteed the Ursa doesn't get himself into that position, and most likely he just goes off to farm somewhere. But that lack of vision and that confidence from the Ursa really biting him. In the meantime, it's going to be the Lifestealer. Getting a little bit more time to farm up that Radiance. Again, really, really sweet item up against Leviathan crew, and that's going to also be the Shadow Blade for CG. As if the initiation from the Kunkka wasn't smooth enough, now he's going to have the luxury of invisibility as well. A little fun chase down, kill off that Witch Doctor, which I definitely caught on camera. BSJ is still really, really competitive in the net worth. Number 1 easily. But a Bloodseeker can't really carry a game by himself. He needs his allies to get their initiation items up, need to get some durability. A Basher first on the Ursa. I mean, yeah, I would have gone for like Blink BKB. Maybe add in a little bit of lifesteal and go for Roche. Basher's a great item on Ursa. But, I don't know, like, is it even better than Sheepstick? Like, is an Abyssal Blade something you would want over a Sheepstick? That's not even, like, a firm yes. I mean, right now. Pelt the Giant Strength, whoop-de-doo, and they'll kill the Witch Doctor. No, they'll also find the lifesteal, actually. They missed the Witch Doctor. But who cares? Now the response. Do one to the Ursa. Can get pulled back into the Shark. Once again, Sharks eat bears. Everyone knows that. Ursa's down. Chase forward from the King with the net onto Nusham. There is no blink up against the Scorched Earth. He does have Sandstorm in 1 second. Scorched Earth has timed out. Nusham will be able to blink. No, he can't because of the Torrent. Burrows into the trees. Stomp into the ground. No, he's going to blink dodge that one. There's another net in 5, but the cast range of that X marks. Where you going, Nusham? He's just going to die. They're not even going to look at him. Oh, that's just, oh, come on, guys. Show some respect. But you know what they say. Cool guys don't look at explosions. The classic Infernal Blade walk away as the Sand King explodes in the background. Leviathan are going to get a singular pick off on the Witch Doctor. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Nobody cares except for the Witch Doctor, and they'll lose 2. Here comes the Lifestealer. Get the Radiance? Oh, this is one sparkly black dragon. Unfortunately, there's nothing really to do here as a Lifestealer except for kill off this Creep Wave. But, yeah, Radiance does work when you're infested. Yeah, that's just how it is. And the Black Dragon just trying to body everyone back. Sammy Boy's Blink Dagger is disabled. He's going to try to go for the Black Dragon. Yeah, he may get it, but he can't really easily kill off the Lifestealer that's inside. One right onto the front lines, but this is going to be a really separated fight as Leviathan are kind of all over the place right now. Baidu are consolidated. The counter offering is going to drop, but really connect onto 0 heroes. Same Boy's all alone in the back line. It's going to be the Radiance Lifestealer. He's taking a lot of damage. He needs some help desperately, but he can't get it. They'll trade 2 for him, though, and that's just not worth it. Lokarn is going to get interrupted as the Epicenter does come in onto 3. BSJ getting all the movement speed in the world. They take down CG, and then Orange, and then Baidu King. No. Okay, no, they're going to go for the Witch Doctor and Baidu King, it seems, because BSJ needs that movement speed. Dude, you can't do this forever. It's a Bloodseeker. He knows where you're going. Nusham's going to be the one to chase down the Doom, and it's going to be a full team wipe as Leviathan have time to disengage with the Sand King, reinitiate with the Epicenter, and absolutely dumpster the Baidu side, who thought they were in the clear. Man, they were wrong. They were so wrong. Again, that was even after a chaotic offering, which actually just didn't do anything.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Orange is gonna get Burrow Struck. Nope, he's gonna get Yule's. Burrow Strike actually completely missed because of the Yule Scepter, and that actually might mean he survives. The tower still gonna go down. In fact, 2 towers go down on bottom lane as well. But Leviathan are able to pull out a pretty nice win. Look at that gold dive. Whew, that'll do it. Now that was a really spread out fight by Leviathan. Sammy Boy was, I mean, he jumped in all the way down here and just got eviscerated, but they were also able to kind of force everyone back and then push back up into the Lifestealer. So ultimately it looked like it was Leviathan who were separated, and they were. They were able to reconsolidate their forces a lot faster than Baidu were able to reconsolidate theirs. And once the Lifestealer is up against like 4 enemy heroes, I don't care what you have, you cannot escape that many heroes that are beating down you. It's just not going to happen. That's a Radiance now in the Bloodseeker with the Mantis style. We got some Naga Siren status up in this Bloodseeker. Don't really get to see this combo too much, especially when you're talking about 20 minutes in. Like, you can get Radiance, you can get Mantis style, but you usually don't have both by this time. So, dude, BSJ, come on, man, you gotta get that micro action going. Like, you don't need 2 illusions down here doing the same thing. Radiance does not stack. The value though. His farm is going to be really high moving forward. Again, the concern for Leviathan is everyone else's farm. BKB is instead going to be picked up for the Ursa, not the Basher. I like that a lot more. Now they're going to smoke up towards top lane. Granite Golem wandering around. Again, that's a really fat target to go for. BSJ is going to get stomped in on. Earth Splitter coming in with the cast. Good amount of damage. BSJ gonna manage to try to split, but he gets cast up, and now he's kind of just locked in there. BSJ taking a lot of damage from this Lifestealer, but they do drop the chaotic offering and get BSJ some space. The Radiance is out of range. The Lifestealer's dead, as is the Witch Doctor off to the west side. Orange TP's out. Should be fine. Yule's not quite there in time. Get BSJ out of there. Like the fact that the Mantis style defensively really didn't do all that much for him. You guys see my mouse changing, or is that just on my screen? What the hell's going on? Why is it changing to... Hold up, guys. Let me restart Dota real fast. Great, that's a great analysis from the chat. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone dying. Did I miss anyone dying? Doesn't look like it. Alright, now my mouse just disappears. I really have to reinstall Dota because mine is acting up. You don't need to see my mouse anyway. Like, my mouse is not really important. BKB is coming up. Ursa desperately needs his. Note this huge difference between BSJ's farm and everyone else's farm. The Bloodseeker just kind of naturally is taking over all the farm around the map. And if you're like a Leshrac, if you're an Ursa, clearly this map, as it has panned out, is not really safe to solo farm. So they got to be roaming around as 5, and that is going to be really costly to the bank accounts of Leviathan. Baidu King is going to kind of get jumped here, but not really. Like, look at this. Leviathan are all in this bottom lane. BSJ is off kind of on his own because he can't afford to do so. If fight breaks out, he'll be able to zip right in with the movement speed. Jenkins does get hit with that cast and the boat, but he is glimmered. So there's a lot of resistance there, although he's not casting anything. I thought he would cast, you know, a thing, but he just doesn't. He's gonna sack himself. Try to get a little bit of space for some friends elsewhere. Get that farm going. Nusham at this point. Blink, Yule Scepter. Feels like... Okay, that's why. It's 4,000 gold and for Sammy Boy. I'm like, I feel like the Sand King is more than the Ursa, and that's not right. And like, I guess useful items he does. Ursa is working with kind of a bare bones style up until he gets this BKB, which is now coming out towards him. He has the magic immunity. And Leviathan, I don't know. I feel like if they sit around for too long, it will be Twitch chat indeed correct, where they're just going to be suffering this kind of farm deficit. Kunkka, Doom, Lifestealer with Radiance, these heroes can all get quite a bit of cash pretty quickly. And so far for Leviathan, we've seen 0 Roshan attempts even. They haven't even thought about going in that area. It is very dangerous, granted, up against the Kunkka, up against the ET, so it's not something they're going to be doing on a whim. But they need to find some way of getting these kind of lesser non-BSJ heroes into the fray. Otherwise, their lack of farm is really going to be costly. They will see the lives there, and they will see he already used Rage. That is a big opportunity right now, as the Stomp might be able to come and give him a little bit of time, but here comes Sandboy. Oh, the Force Staff down to the low ground. The Chaotic offering it? I'm not really sure if that's going to do enough. The Golem beating him down. He just straight rages and TPs out. He's fine. Orange is going to get picked off instead. They got to go for Roche. They have to get something else out of this. They will do just that. There's no buyback on the ET. Everyone else, though, on Baidu, they pieced out of there. They had no part in that. That's 10-second BKB charge used on the Ursa. They will at least get this Roche. Although, a couple heroes coming in. They have the Blood Rights. Sammy Boy starting to drop low. Is going to secure the Aegis. And now the reinforcements coming in. BSJ is immediately going to get doomed and netted. Sammy Boy is going to have a chance to blink out, but he gets yanked right back in. All of the boom actually misses. Now turning around, killing off the Witch Doctor. And off into the side, it's Baidu King. He's going to get surrounded and obliterated. Still this Bloodseeker with his items, just doing so much damage. And now the respawn. Lifestealer still in the mix, although he's not going to be here for long. He's going to get popped by the Blood Right. Sammy Boy is back from the Aegis. And that is overall a successful fight for Leviathan. I mean, the boat combo missing on the Ursa, that is absolutely crippling. Especially the angle at which it came in. I don't believe the Rum affected that many of his allies. So, like, you get the boat out, it doesn't do anything defensively, it doesn't do anything offensively. It doesn't really do anything at that stage. So, at that point, you're a little bit in an awkward spot. And that should be enough to secure them. That fight the tower as well. CG is trying to be a little bit cute here with that Shadow Blade play with the X marks, but not really gonna do all that much to stop that push. 9k lead here for Leviathan, and we see the farm discrepancy between BSJ and some of his allies start to close. That's really good for Leviathan. Specifically this Leshrac. He already picked up that Eon Disc, which in the last fight I think popped like up here, so it literally did nothing for him. But just starting to build up that bulk. Ursa, of course, has his eyes set on the Basher. Sam Boy just likes to get it, I suppose. Once he gets that, sick him on a Lifestealer, even with that Radiance mischance. Ursa will have a favorable matchup should that happen.
Double damage.
Can Leviathan keep this pressure up, however? And a big reason why that fight went as well as it did was because Baidu were under pressure of that Roche. The Leviathan had to try to get themselves into a similar position where they're able to apply that much amount of pressure. Can they actually go for that, though, into tier 2s? I mean, Roshan is the big goal. I mean, I guess a tier 2, if they decide to push it, I'm pretty sure they'll just let it go. So, like, they have to think about how to go high ground. And unless they win just, like, an absolutely cataclysmic fight, I don't see Leviathan easily going up high ground. At least not without some significant prep beforehand. So, yeah, it seems like now Baidu have kind of the run of the map. Or at least they're not in a situation where they're hard contained. So that's going to be like the first Roche at like 25 minutes. Feels bad, man. Another 5 minutes, it might be coming up again, but you're an Ursa draft. You are kind of leaning on that Roshan golden experience to smooth over the fact that Ursa is not exactly a farmer. They're going to rupture the Doom. Long range burst strike. My god, that range. Split Earth, Blood Right, BKB is going to dodge it, and they do got the Chaotic offering for another turnaround. Doom onto BSJ, and with the net there, the Shark is going to go down. Oh, that's 80 seconds down, as now it's going to be the Lifestealer charging forward. The way he's going to get thrown up into the air by the Cyclone. CG got a Torrent out. It's going to be way off the mark as Jenkins going to loop back around. Has a TP, should be able to find himself a hidey hole and TP out, perhaps. But that is a super ambitious dive there, straight into the tier 3s. Nusham, oh, hit with that blind Torrent. and stomped in as well. I don't know if these two heroes can kill him, but they do get the rune, so already money in the bank. Okay, with the Lifestealer coming in, he's super dead. Gonna try to juke him out for all he's worth, but the Radiance is ticking, and the Gunblade fires off one last time. 2 kills for Baidu, as Leviathan try to get themselves into a position to apply that pressure. Again, you get a kill over here, really a kill on anyone except for the Witch Doctor, and then you can immediately go in for a high ground push. If they are able to get that Doom, then that works out really well for Leviathan, and they're in a position where they can actually look to take a Rax in this game, or at least force Baidu back into their base so as to prevent Baidu from accelerating their farm. Because it doesn't work well, they completely screw themselves because they try to go after a Doom with BKB. I believe that was the first time, it might have been the first time that the Doom revealed it, so maybe they didn't know he had Magic Immunity, but even if that was the case, he's got Pipe, and he's had Hood/Pipe for a very long time in this game. He is not an easy hero to kill unless you have an Ursa there, and immediately there to jump in on that Doom. And Sammy Boy was not. It was just a Rupture, and pretty much everyone else working with spell damage. Again, not really what you want to be doing up against BKB Pipe. This Doom knows, man. This Doom knows the threats. And now we're just in a period of the game where everyone's kind of just chilling. Leviathan, they're chilling because they don't have a Chaotic Offering. Baidu, they're chilling because, well, there's really no need for them to push out and do anything. And this Bloodseeker, you can see, is very easily dealt with. With the Lincoln Sphere to get the Doom counter, it is going to be very nice. The late game scenario should be Baidu's the advantage. Sammy Boy, BKB TP out. Shark tries to bite the yellow, but it doesn't work. Leviathan, they need this next Roche. And I predict about, well, let's say it's immediate respawn. That's what Leviathan are hoping for. They're crossing their fingers. They're praying for that 2:30 to be the exact respawn timer. They are going to go straight towards it, and they are going to look to grab the Aegis and Cheese, and then try to get into position to either get like in a dominant spot through Rax, or just straight in the game. We're not be happening. Cass gonna be kind of dodged there, as Sammy Boy's gonna get charged at by this Lifestealer. He does have his ultimate up, but it's gonna time out, and he will go down. They do drop the Epicenter onto the Elder Titan. In the meantime, BSJ is charging in straight towards that Lifestealer. He doesn't have a raid just yet, looking for something to invest into. He's going to jump into his ally, the Witch Doctor, try to TP out, but the Chaotic Offering, cast it! It's too late, Lokarn, you hesitated! Oh, I can't believe what we're seeing. What just happened? He canceled it if he just casted it, if he believed in himself, if he knew, if he just looked into his heart and saw, wait, it's a Witch Doctor. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger, doesn't have a Force Staff. He couldn't have gone far. I'll just cast this gigantic circle in somewhere in this entire general area, and I'll catch him. That would have been a definite kill on the Witch Doctor and a definite kill on that Lifestealer. Hesitated. The nerves are definitely here for Leviathan. It's TI. You can't blame him. And this is Leviathan fighting for their spot still. They're not doing that hot, but they're still not dead in the water. They still have a chance. They haven't been mathematically eliminated now. They have to win every single one of their games, and they have to hope that specific other teams lose. I have not done the math. I have not looked at it extensively, but at this point, with no wins on the board, Leviathan already playing 4 games and 0-4, that's what they need. They need very specific set of circumstances to happen, which include them winning all of their games. Man, it's also really weird that, like, you saw the Chaotic Offering come down, but the spell, like, the stun is a little bit delayed. You hear it, and then you see it, and then it stuns. Really, really weird kind of design for that spell. I don't know why that happens, but it's just how it works. Actually, no, I do know why it happens. Because in Dota 1, it used to be calling an Infernal from the sky. So the rock takes a little bit of time from the cast to actually land. So that, like, delay between the stun and everything else is the kind of landing time, quote unquote, of an Infernal being dropped from the sky. The more you know, guys. I played Dota 1. I put in my time. Please. Ancient Granite Golem, taking a walkabout. Do you have Radiance on? Looks like he does. I can just click this and see if he has Radiance on.
For the twins.
But look at this. Baidu are pushing out of their base. 7k deficit, perhaps. Not really behind in their ability to take these fights. Leviathan do have another Chaotic Offering in 30. In that time, well, Roshan not going to be responding just yet, so at least they get a lucky break there. Still pressuring, and ooh, we got with a Lotus Orb. Interesting stuff there. The ability to reflect is decently powerful in this game. That ability to purge off as well, or whatever it's called. Dispel. Basic dispel. Purge dispels, but not all dispels are purges. That's true. That is all true. Great defensive item on this track. I'm gonna go for Shiva's Guard next. Yeah, I'm still liking that BKB angle. Looks like he's just not gonna be going towards that. You just sit in the fight as the Leshrac with that Pulse Nova turned on, man. You could do a lot there. Witch Doctor, chain stun with the Edict. There is backup here, and the damage of the Witch Doctor is not quite gonna be enough. Jenkins is gonna have the Echo Shell on him with the Combo Breaker active. He's gonna walk away. Now the reinitiation onto the Doom. Ursa is trying to do some damage, but just not doing all that much up against that Crimson Guard. Now the BKBs are gonna pop, trying to go after the Baidu team. Gets a couple bashes. Now the Furious damage is gonna kick in as he pops the Enrage. He's gonna body everyone else back. No Doom for this fight, though. They will drop the Shark onto the Ursa. He's gonna take quite a big hit here. Here comes the Chaotic Offering in response, giving Sandboy a little time to disengage. Still is gonna drop as the CG Kunkka lands a really nice cleave hit through everyone. Burst Strike in onto the Elder Titan. He's gonna pop out that Life Steal as he does fall. Now the Split Earth to follow. Life Steal needs his Rage right now. He's gonna get it before the silence kicks in, and he will be able to back out. 2 buybacks will force Leviathan back, but that is gonna be a 2 buyback win there for Leviathan. I believe it's a 1 for 2. It is exactly that, and they don't gain that much gold. 420 is gained onto BSJ and company. Yeah, grip. But man, it's really all about that minus 14 hundo. I guess the Kunkka gets something. He gets his pennies. He gets actually his full Daedalus because of it. So not bad at all. For him, at least. But yeah, that Doom, man. That Crimson Guard. There may have been some misses there as well because the Radiance was still in the area. But yeah, huge difference. Like Ursa, no damage, no damage, no damage. Then suddenly 3 more hits and he's just dead. Oh, they found BSJ though. Lincoln Sphere is not going to pop anything useful, because now he's going to get X marks into a Shark, into his death. You can see how confident Baidu are pushing out of their base. Like, yeah, they know that they're probably behind in gold. They also know that all that gold is concentrated onto a Bloodseeker, so it's like, who cares, man? Bloodseeker's not an age. So here comes Sammy Boy straight onto that Witch Doctor. Burrow Strike through everything. Prowler's even getting in on the mix, but I don't really know about this one. There is a really nice upheaval as BSJ is going to buy out. The upheaval is going to get canceled as Baidu King's going to try to push everyone else back. Where's the Ursa? He has to be able to deal with this Doom, but so far no one's actually doing it. Jenkins is going to do a lot of damage in the middle of this fight, separating the Doom from all of his allies. They will be able to kill off at least him. Now onto the Witch Doctor, who is in a really bad spot, but at the same time, so is Sandboy. Went in really far by himself. Went into the lifesteal. That's not where he wants to be at this stage in the game. Death Ward now being channeled up by the Witch Doctor. Is going to get canceled, but it's going to be the lifesteal charging forward, getting the kill. Here comes the Epicenter. They really want this Witch Doctor. He's going to go down, but it's so expensive. BSJ bought back for this, and this fight is definitely going south as Nusham trying to time out that Blink Dagger Radiance, canceling. He's hoping that they leave. They don't leave. They see him, and still the Radiance is burning, so he's eventually going to go down. Just don't move. Don't move, and he's dead. Okay, Gem pops onto the high ground. That was really weird, and Orange is even going to kill off the Courier. Where's your gold lead now, Leviathan? It is absolutely gone. So the Bloodseeker bought back for that. He was trying to fight the Doom, of which he can't do because this Bloodseeker doesn't have enough damage, because no one was really wounded. The Ursa was in the back, like over here, trying to like 1v3. Leviathan take an absolute mess of a fight, and for Baidu, they're going to cash in hard. Because pushing that level 25. Please go ship fleet one time. Lifestealer's not too far away from that as well. Plus 2 seconds of rage duration. I would say like 95% of the time at least is going to be picked up. You really just need to be able to get that additional magic immunity. The additional attack speed for that duration is also kind of nice, but it's really all about that defensive aspect of it.
Regeneration.
And we are right back to that same scenario. Leviathan, they absolutely need to bust this game wide open through taking Roche and then taking a team fight afterwards, as we have seen them do. So we know it's not impossible. Problem is that Baidu are all up and ready to go, so they can't just walk into Roche. Gotta fight for it. You have Lokarn, level 3 Chaotic Offering at the ready. Nusham, his smoke is going to be gotten rid of, and they'll jump it towards CG. Chaotic Offering is going to only land for Baidu King. He is going to get the doom off, and it's going to reflect on him, and he will be going down. Eventually, he's going to be going down. Please tell me someone's going to take him off. As Nusham in the backline lands a really nice epicenter. They've separated away from the Slicer, but this time, I don't know if they have enough damage to actually kill him off, because this Kunkka is dropping some serious bombs. Look at the damage coming out for him, and now we'll two split Earth. BSJ really quick at the stage is just going to clean house. They disengage away, they kite the Kunkka, they kite the Lifestealer with this like 900 movement speed Bloodseeker, and Jenkins BSJ end up sealing the deal there. As the Ursa's going to go straight towards Roche, the rest of the team will push forward towards mid, try to force out the buybacks. They get one on the Lifestealer. They shouldn't really be too worried about that right now because they do have the Lotus Orb. Nope. Jenkins is like, yo, let's go. And BSJ's like, no, let's get out of here. I mean, they have the Edict, so it's like push-wise, they have enough. Again, there's no way for a Lifestealer to kill both these heroes without some backup, so maybe now you back up. But man, a little bit of a whiff on the Chaotic Offering. Really do think it was that Sand King that may have sealed that fight for them. And yeah, the damage is still coming through really, really hot and heavy from that Kunkka, but an epicenter onto 3 heroes, like landing that full efficiency spell and splitting those 3 heroes away from BSJ, away from Jenkins. That's what you gotta do. You gotta divide and conquer because a Lifestealer with backup is gonna be damn near impossible to kill. And we got another Basher coming up. What is this game? Like, how many Bashers do you normally see in a game? The average is probably like 0.1 per game. Like one every 10 games, and now we have 2. We're just destroying the averages here. I mean, it did work out for the Ursa last time, or, you know, that fight against the Doom. That one time he got the bash, you guys remember that part? I remember that part. Vanguard is going to be kind of sweet for him, just as a defensive tool, a little bit extra health, a little bit extra juice. Getting that Abyssal Blade, having 2 overwhelms. This game is going to get pretty nuts pretty quick. They do still have the Aegis, they do still have the cheese. They're just waiting for 30 seconds. Chaotic Offering. Next item. Next timer, rather, for the Leviathan side to abuse. Pressure Orb's actually not too far away from Lokarn. He already has Glimmer Cape Force Staffs to get those bare minimum defensive items up for the team. The Pressure Orb is going to still be quite a ways away. But, you know, 10 seconds left. It's time to look for something aggressive on the Leviathan side. Baidu, they were forced to buy out on the Witch Doctor. Let's actually take a look at everyone. Lifestealer has his on cooldown as well. And actually the Doom has a buyback on cooldown from way back. Leviathan are able to force something at this moment. It will be in such a commanding position. Baidu, of course, know that. They're jammed up in their base. And this is something you would expect a little bit more from a team that is 9k ahead. Or I guess let's say 9k behind. Baidu are kind of scared about going out of their base. A little bit intimidated here. That's usually how you grow a lead. Like, you get this ability to get these kills, the ability to get those teamfight wins. And then just by sheer terror and being spooky and scary, you get more farm in the map. There's the Edict, and it will tear down this tower like nobody's business. Jenkins is almost entirely safe in doing so because of the combo breaker. Fortunately, doesn't get the last hit. Feels bad, man. They'll heal him up. They'll know tier 3, so the shrines will survive. Got double overwhelm. Dude, next time if the fight is that spread out, and usually like Sand King, Leshrac, Warlock, they don't like spread out fights. But a Basher Bloodseeker and a Basher Ursa, man, that's exactly what they want. They want to just be 1v1ing someone. Because whoever they are 1v1ing, they're not going to lose. Like, this Lifestealer is really big. It's got the Radiance and the Heaven's Halberd mischance. I don't exactly know what the total is here. 25%, 17, so that's like 0.75 times 0.84. That's like 60% chance to hit. That's like a No, that's not right. It should be like a... Yeah, it's like a 35% mischance, something like that. And if you... Like, he has 20% more, I don't even know what the chance to hit. With a lot of armor, like, he's really big, but a couple of bashes and it doesn't matter. Guys, could someone calculate total evasion? 0.8. What's a quarter? That's 80% chance to hit. We're doing this, guys. We are. And then that's going to be another 25. Another 20. 60% chance. And 17%. It's like a fifth. It's about 50% evasion on Lifestealer. I don't think they have any accuracy boosts either. Like, they just don't have any. Jenkins, Rule Scepter will dodge a stomp, and the Edict will still keep on ticking, and they, whoa! Catapult him with a torrent. That was a Force Staff off of a torrent. Oh, jumps straight in, but immediately the disarm onto the Ursa. They'll split away, let the coconut kind of time out there. Sammy Boy gonna wait and get ready to go one more time, though the Aegis is gonna be reclaimed in just a couple seconds. They're gonna get slept on the way out. They still have the cheese. And it looks like everyone else is gonna back out. They take the tier 3, so I mean, they'll get shrines. Thinking about 55% chance, so it's like a 45% evasion chance. It's like diminishing returns. I don't know. It doesn't stack additively. I'm not gonna do math, guys. It's 10:50 on a Friday. You think I'm gonna do math? Hell no.
Illusion.
I probably could though. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm not doing it. It's not gonna happen. Leviathan, they still have the gem. They still have Baidu, and it's kind of hard contain. We can see they got like a tower. Pretty much that's all they got. But because of this lead they have, because of how scared Baidu are, they're falling further and further behind. Letting Leviathan get all of these random items. Aghanim Scepter instead, get that double rock. Okay. I mean, you get, probably could have gotten the Refresher Orb, which a little bit heavier on the mana pool cost, but kind of you get the double stun, and up against a Lifestealer, that's really big. And BKBs. He'll probably get that after, if he has time to get that after. Also, not getting Summon a Golem on death? Come on, man. What do you think this is? This hard contain, though, man. This hard contain is absolutely brutal if you're Baidu. All you want to do is push out. Try to get a Lifestealer kill or something like that. Try to use Doom instead of sitting on it forever. But you can't, because there's no safe opportunities to do so. In the meantime, all their vision is here. This is all of their vision. A couple of sentries around, but who cares about that? Not really doing the Radiant any favors. I guess the Dire, they just put down some vision of their own. It's not super extensive or anything like that. This one is really in an interesting spot, although placed it a long time ago, so the game was different back then.
All in service to imbalance.
CG's still getting that gold as Kunkka. Lifestealer's getting a little bit as well with the Radiance. Doom, though, with the Devourer, not running dry in that income department. Be surpassed by Sammy Boy and Jenkins. Sammy Boy, what does he have? He picked up the Abyssal. Now he's gonna go for that accuracy boost. Bloodseeker's at almost 7k gold. Kind of topped out here, and Manta Style. Maybe you consider replacing that. You can do some backpack shenanigans, but it definitely seems like the Leviathan side are needing in some True Strike for this Lifestealer. Or just kill everyone else beforehand. Oh, Sentry. Drops down, spies the Warlock. Tried to be sneaky.
A tithe to the impurity.
Track level 25. Gets the Diabolic Edict talent. Because I think like 90% of people do that.
Illusion.
It's the vast majority, at least. And, oh, that's... Dude, Leviathan are just getting so unlucky with these Roche respawns. That was like their whole timing. That's what they're doing right now, by the way. In case you guys don't know, this is all just Leviathan waiting for another Roshan. and they just got to wait a really long time. I mean, they're still getting pretty far ahead in this downtime, so it's not like bad for them. It's just really inconvenient because they have to stick together. They have to be really careful. Dual Scepter not gonna pull back. CG pops the BKB and gets yanked back afterwards. Jenkins takes a pretty big hit there, but he still is more than fine to continue fighting. Although, oh, what are you doing here, Doom? He's gonna jump with the Life Stealer, but he's immediately gonna do with the Burrow Strike, and now the Bash are gonna come in with Chaotic Offering dropped as well to the Circle of Blood. The Doom is gonna fall before using that ultimate. They're onto Jenkins, but the Jenkins, Leshrac is gonna be popping his cheese, and he's gonna be fine to continue. Orange is gonna try to chase him down. He's force-staffing himself forward. Leshrac is in a lot of trouble with the Diabolic Edict just destroying Orange. Oh my god, the Edict talent is real. And that was an interesting spot for Doom and Lifestealer to be by themselves. The backup, they tried to come, but I mean, you gotta get down this really short corridor. And then there's the Chaotic Offering, so yeah, good luck doing that. Blood Rage on the Leshrac as he kills off the Creep Wave is gonna be at 50% of his health pool. The rest of it probably picked up right here. Suddenly he's at a full amount of health. CG doesn't land a crit there, which would have been pretty sweet. I don't think would have gotten anything kill-wise, but nice. Delta split, nice. Blood Rage once again. Get that Edict going. See what damage they can do. Focus on the range racks. Unhealable damage. The Nusham's gonna try to push everyone else back. CG, a little bit scared here. They should be A racks at least, maybe even 2. Still have 20 seconds with 2 catapults on the bottom lane. They can probably leave that melee racks for dead, and yeah, they will do just that. As BSJ at least is going to start going for the mid lane as well. Jenkins, another Edict is active. This time, no fortification. That AoE Shadow Word looks so funky. Like, I'm going to eat your heart out. They'll take an extra tier 3 as the Doom does respawn. Now the lead pushed to 21k. Leviathan, they have Baidu in a hard contain. And hey, look at that! They back off right in time for Roshan. Now this is going to be a little bit awkward because they don't have Chaotic Offering. They will be able to kill Rosh really quickly, but if Baidu make a beeline here, they have a chance to contest. Although Nusham is pushing forward, he will dispel any smokes. And yeah, he'll blink out of there. Roshan should be close to dead. This is a really important grab here for Leviathan. If they get crashed here, okay, they're not going to. They will secure everything. Ursa grabs it, and now they're going to jump straight in towards the Bloodseeker. This time, no Chaotic Offering for him to get a little bit of space. He's going to get X-Mark back, though. Really awkward for the Bloodseeker. He's still alive. As Jenkins and Sandbar are in the middle of this fight, they're not really doing all that much damage against the BKBs. They're just trying to run after everyone. They have lost the Warlock only. The Bloodseeker's still alive. He's being chased down by the Doom. He's going to survive. Pops the Shrine. Now he's going to go to town on said Doom. They have lost Nusham in the background. The Doom is going to chase a little bit too far and will go down. Sammy Boy still alive. Has the cheese. He's going to respawn off of the Aegis. No cheese grab just yet. He's disarmed. He's just running. Sammy Boy needs some help here. Here comes BSJ with exactly that. BKB popped on him, going straight towards that L Titan. He's going to overrun, get the kill. And then here comes Nusham. He brought back for this one. Burrow Strike onto 2, letting BSJ fight with safety. Chaotic Offering, one goes up on the high ground, but it doesn't matter. It gets 4th half down as it stuns absolutely everyone. It will be a cleanup, looks like, once again, as more Abyssal Blade usages come in. Burrow Strike, everyone's missing. He's so much evasion. Look at that. Evade. That's so stupid. Just hit him already. There we go. It's a double kill for BSJ as the Lifestealer tries valiantly to fight back. Dude, evasion is real. No accuracy at all. The MKB is just not here. There it is. A little bit too late. Don't you think, Courier? But only 2 to defend. There's, I guess, a 3rd, but there is going to be another Chaotic Offering should they need it. Immediately be overwhelmed. And now another Chaotic Offering. So many golems. The Ursa's still constantly missing, though, as BSJ is charging in. He's going to get the overwhelm onto the Witch Doctor. He's going to pop out a Lifestealer from inside. BSJ takes quite a bit of damage on the retreat, but he will be just fine because Nusham's going to give him some cover. Another Blood Circle on the deck. Will be dodged by Magic Immunity, but they've taken down the entirety of the Baidu rack set. What just happened? They probably won the game. Bloodseeker just standing strong, not enough focus damage onto this hero. Leviathan just having the Leshrac, the Ursa, and the Bloodseeker all being really potent individual threats. They spread out the fight so much. I mean, the Doom was dying over here, people were dying over here, the fight going like over here. And because they didn't have the chaotic offering, it's like, who cares if the fight is spread out? It doesn't matter. Warlock doesn't need to be there. That's where Bloodseeker shines. That's where Ursa. And, I mean, Leshrac with the Edict. Not doing too bad for himself either at this point with 2,300 health. Feels like a kind of a 6-slot Leshrac should have a little bit more health than that, but he has a lot of mixed defensive tools. 40 armor, I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So Mega Creeps now going to be flooding the Baidu base. They do have Kunkka, and he's going to be going for the Kunkka defense item. Pretty sure everyone has been in the game where Kunkka has needed to pick up the Divine Rapier so that he can defend against Megas. Well, they kind of know it though. CG is going to get Yule's up. X Marks is going to still bring him back. No, another Yule Scepter. Now he's stuck there. Jenkins is the only one who's really a threat in this area. However, the backup is coming in. The Bloodseeker is going to get doomed, and he's going to be forced to straight retreat. Cask bouncing through. Elder Titan ult as well. BSJ gets forced out, put a big X mark into a boat. BSJ is going to fall. He does have a buyback right now, but they really need to because look what's happening in the base. It's all about just buying time and being annoying right now for the Leviathan team. As if they waste some time, their creeps will just win the game for them. Lit up the map, orange. Oh, Burrow Strike. Nope. The Yule Scepter. I feel like you should have had Burrow Strike, but you don't need it now. Oh, he picked up the huge Earth Shock talent. Dude, that's so amazing. Like, look at this. It's so stupid. Look at that. Jenkins also solo killing people in the background. Gets combo broken off of the crit. Wonder if you could... I'm pretty sure you could insta-die. If you're at like 71% and then you take that entire hit from a crit, I'm pretty sure Combo Breaker doesn't kick in and save you. I don't know. It might be like Aphotic Shield. It might not be. No. It doesn't work like that. I'm wrong. I'm stupid. Found the Life Stealer. He's going to get the rage off, and now they had to do it with physical right clicks. Good luck. Although Edict still hits pretty hard. He has Shiva and AC. This time the Burrow Strike, this time the Split Earth rather, the Burrow Strike's gonna land, and Jenkins kind of hurt here, but here comes the Warlock ult. Not doing anything, as BSJ is still dead. Your Combo Breaker is different. Does it work like a Aphotic Shield? It does not. So, dropping the ultimate there, a little bit awkward for the Warlock. Roche, still 250 before it might respawn. 34k lead. The base can be pretty well maintained because of the Kunkka. Lifestealer with the Radiance, really not the best in clearing out Mega Creeps. He's sustained. He can do it. He can like take hits from Mega Creeps for a long time, but can't really kill them that quickly. He'll go for an Abyssal Blade of his own. Dude, everyone and their mom should get an Abyssal Blade this game. It's the new thing. All the cool kids are doing it. Even have an Octarine on Ursa. That's some shit right there. Cooldown on the Enrage is already fairly low. 3.75 cooldown on the Earth Shock. At the end of the day, it's also just a soul booster. The 3000 HP on the Ursa. It's all about just staying in those fights. I would think something like Satanic would be like the survivability option for the Ursa, but I suppose not. Push all the waves. Unfortunately for Leviathan, they don't have like a Shadow Fiend sniper type hero. So if they're gonna go in, they gotta get really close, which means Kunkka is a threat. Humbreaker gonna kick in once again. Leshrac doesn't really have a super high cooldown on that because he does have an Octarine of his own. Oh jeez, that crit. They're gonna rupture the Witch Doctor, but he's fine. Dude, they're terrified of this Divine Rapier, as well they should be. I'm pretty sure the thing to do if you're Leviathan is just sit back, like farm the jungle and just wait for this cooldown. Just like park yourself right here and just do nothing. Or at least camp the courier there, or get some way of just keeping an eye on that. Maybe, I mean, they'll have a Refresher Shard. Or, I mean, I'm assuming that Baidu aren't going to be able to contest that, so probably Refresher Shard on the Warlock. Bloodseeker tricked himself out with the Moon Shard, level 2 travels, as if that's even necessary. Kind of good for buying back and TPing back into the fight, but he's got 8k gold. I'm not entirely sure what he can do to spend that gold. Orange takes a little bit of damage here. Cask is off with the distract. So it's Combo Breaker, and will jump straight in towards Orange. Burrow Strike lands into the Doom as well. Dark Offering is dropped, and with the BKBs, nothing all that much damage. The Doom now focused down onto the Doom. Big crit from CG will destroy the Ursa. Fatal Bonds comes in a little bit too late. Another big crit destroys Low Card's health pool. BSJ looking for a way to get back in. He's so fast, but he's also so low. Jenkins taking so many shots in this lifesteal will eventually go down, and Leviathan are repelled. The Doom is forced to buy back here, but BSJ awkwardly dropping really low, and though with all the power to fight, not any health to do so. Gonna be a gold expenditure from Leviathan. Gold expenditure on the Doom as well, but jumping in on Orange, although this Elder Titan certainly is a pretty significant threat. Gotta mind that sleep on the Echo Stomp, as well as that Natural Order aura. You kind of have to jump onto the Kunkka. And that's what makes it so difficult, is that he'll have X mark. So if you jump on him, he'll just leave. And then you can't get him unless you have like a million Yule Scepters like we saw earlier. I mean, not like that exactly, but yeah, so Leviathan, now they just have to kind of chill. Kunkka is a hero, guys. Kunkka is a hero. He's going to get another Daedalus. Get all those crit rolls. Maybe stuff like this as well. Travel out. Do a little bit of shopping. Okay, probably could have, like, blasted down this creep wave. But, like, such little risk on this hero.
Illusion.
Oh my god, he's got 10. He's got 10k. BSJ is slightly wealthy. Refresher orb? Yeah, why not? Pick up a refresher orb, treat yourself. Still 5k in the bank? How much is your buyback? 3,500? Yeah, why not? Keep farming. I mean, we're starting to get to that point for a lot of these heroes. I sure hope BSJ bought these for low card, because otherwise that would be kind of a dick move.
Haste.
The Warlock has got 5k to his name. Don't really see a scenario where he goes for anything that's not Refresher Orb. Like maybe Scythe of Vice, but I mean, Refresher Orb gives you another BKB piercing stun. Scythe of Vice does not do that. Earth Shock farm. Just Earth Shocking all over the place. Like, what do you guys want to watch? Do you guys want to see Baidu versus Mega Creeps? Maybe we'll like watch the Kunkka a little bit. Dum 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 dum. Pow! And then he's back. Or do you want to see Leviathan kill off Roshan? Probably this one. Here we go. Now, if Leviathan don't win off of this, they're in trouble. Not because they're like gonna lose the game on the crackback. That doesn't seem very likely. They're in trouble because it's like, how do you win the game at that point? If they lose this fight with Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard, then they have to kind of give Baidu an angle back into the game where Leviathan are not pushing the base any longer. And that's a nightmare. You don't want to do that. See why? Sheeped up immediately, jump in, overwhelm number 1, here comes some golems. Number 2, here comes some more golems, but they're not really doing all that much damage. In fact, they get destroyed by the Kunkka crit. Oh my god. And everyone, all the golems are going to go down at this point. Nushin's Epicenter does about nothing. BSJ though, he tore the Doom a new one. Now he's looking for a little bit more. They're going to jump in, bashes onto the Witch Doctor, they'll take him down as well. Where are the crits though from that Kunkka? He needs to get out here. Lysula is pushing forward, got the overwhelm onto the Earth, so he gets stunned up. He's not attacking anyone. Did he miss? He doesn't get the attack off. It doesn't do any damage if he did, and now he's gonna get yanked back. He's still not dead just yet, but the Ancient's in a little bit of trouble. They're just keeping him stunned up in his own fountain. They're not killing him, but they don't have to because the creeps are still in the base. An overwhelm onto the Life Stealer. He's in the middle of everything, and huge crit from CGS and an instant double kill. But it is gonna be the buybacks from everyone Leviathan. They smell blood in the water. They want to end this right now. Orange is gonna be probably the next target as they find Abyssal Blade onto the Kunkka. They have to kill this guy off. They have to drop that Divine Rapier. He's gonna get another set of kills, a triple kill on the Kunkka. He's got another splash. Oh, a rampage for CG. He cleans house on everyone. Now Nushim on the way out. He's gonna blink out from the Torrent though. He's gonna be just fine. Oh, huge crit. Okay, he's alive. He's really not in a good spot, but he's alive. And Baidu, they defend. Oh, okay, Sammy boy, are you gonna do it? Dude, I believe. Buyback on Lashak, they're going all in. The creeps are coming in. Here comes the Yule Scepter CG. Oh, snipe him. There's nothing to splash off of. He doesn't have anything to splash off of. And now Sammy boy just gonna gun straight towards the Ancient. Jenkins is here as well. Edict damage is gonna be enough. It is. They do it. Ay, 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 ay. Okay.